Welcome. So today I'm going to show you what to do with all your soap scraps. Now I didn't have any soap scraps, so I created my own, but your soap slivers and scraps can be rebatched. So what we're going to do is you're going to chop these all up into small bits. You could also use a grater if you'd like, but I prefer to chop them up. So now that we have all of that chopped up, you're going to put it back into a microwave safe container. So we've got our container. You're also going to need a mold. So this is just an HP ink box that we got. I prefer using something that is flexible because once you pour the soap in, it hardens and you need to take it out. It's easier to get out if you're able to, like, you know how with the old ice cube trays, it pops it right out. You can also use a silicone pan or something that's heat resistant and something that it's easy to get the soap out of. I just reuse, recycle, upcycle things, so I'm going to reuse this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to add a little bit of water and then microwave this at 30 seconds in 30-second intervals and stir it until it becomes more liquid. And then we're going to pour it into our mold. Now you're going to see that on the sides here, it looks like the soap has fluffed up and almost exploded over. And that's why you need to make sure you have a deep enough dish and to keep an eye on it and to only do it in 20 to 30-second bouts. Now, as you can also see, it gets hot. Now I added about a tablespoon per cup of like chopped soap in mine, but it's now a paste and you want to stir it also between the 20 seconds. Make sure it's well blended. Now this is unscented coconut oil soap and unscented tallow soap that I chopped up into this. So if I wanted to add a little bit of a fragrance oil or a little essential oil or whatever mix-ins that you wanted, I'd do it now. This is just going to be plain though, but it's a paste. And so now we're going to put it into our mold, and you're going to want to wait about a day before unmolding this, and then put it on a rack, a cooling rack to dry, and you're going to want to let it, what's called, cure for about a week. This is already hot processed soap. There's no added lye. You could call this pretty much a melt and pour if you wanted to. So there's no real danger of it having any weird chemical reactions with your skin. It's literally just the melted soap that you've been using. It's gonna work better and last longer if you let it cure and let some of that water evaporate. There we go. And what's great about this cleanup, it's just soap. So let that cool down, put it in the sink, grab a sponge, give it a scrub, and there you go. And here we go with that finished product, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. All right, so it's the next day, and I've got our soap. I have it in the cardboard, and so I was able to just take off the edge there to make it easier to get. It might still be a little sticky depending on how much water is still located, like in the dough, so to speak. So you might need to take the box all the way apart, or if you have a silicone, you might have to push up on the bottom. There we go. This is going to be your soap bar. Depending on what kind of container you use, it might be thinner, might be thicker. As you can see, it's still a little bit moist, so to speak. I know people love that word. And all you're going to do is you're going to cut this up into bars. I'll probably have 3. And then let it sit on a drying rack for a few days until it gets harder, up to 2 weeks for the most durable bar, because the less water content in your bar, the harder the bar is going to be, so it's going to last a little longer. You're going to want to make sure you store this in like a rack in your shower to keep it up out of the water so it'll last longer. But this is how you can repurpose your soap. You take your soap scraps, chop them up, put them in a large microwave safe bowl, tiny bit of water, microwave for 30 seconds at a time, keep stirring until it becomes that paste, put it into your mold, wait till the next day, unmold it, put it on you cut it up, put it on your drying rack. There you go. So now you don't have to waste any of those little soap scraps. I have no idea if this is gonna work for, it's a different kind of cleansing bar. It's not actual soap. It's something else like the Dove bar, Ivory, things like that. So that's something you might wanna look up if you're interested in trying to repurpose those and reuse them and create your own bar. But yeah, there you go. Easy peasy, right? So yeah, get to rebatching your soap.